What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Josh. This is Overlanding Now, and today what we're going to be discussing is the decked system for the Jeep Gladiator. I installed the deck system over the past couple of days. I'm probably freaking dirty because I've been rolling around on my top of my tailgate, but I want to discuss if the deck system's actually worth the money that you got to pay to get it. Once again, it's injection molded plastic, but I did purchase the deck system just to add some more versatility, some more options for when we travel. I think, you know, based on the reviews and all the countless hours of YouTube I watched while researching this setup, I decided to go ahead and purchase it. So to hopefully save you guys some money, or maybe the exact opposite of that, force you to spend some money. I'm going to talk about my impressions of it, if I think it's worth the money, and that's it. So we'll be right back. Okay, so if you guys are aware, you know that we purchased a 2021 Jeep Gladiator to basically be our full-time, completely set up Overland vehicle. Now, the last video I did was talking about if that vehicle, not video, is the best Overland platform. And like I said, we had looked at Defenders and all of that, but as I'm starting to build this, I have pretty much fallen in love with the Gladiator. And I think a lot of people have. It gives you the versatility of a truck, but you have a complete off-road vehicle as well as a truck. And for us, that's super important. But as I was starting to decide how I wanted to build this out and what I was gonna do to make it more capable and more versatile for us, I noticed that that truck bed is going to end up being taken up by a complete decked system. And I just installed that over the past couple of days. Now, from the installation perspective, it didn't take me 2 days because it was difficult. It took us 2 days to get it installed just because we have a lot of stuff going on. If you guys don't know, I have just recently had a beautiful baby girl, and she's perfect. So that's basically what we've been focusing most of our time on, and YouTube takes a back seat to that. Pretty much everything takes a back seat to that. But the deck system is something that I wanted to try out, and unfortunately for $1,300 or $1,400, we paid $1,300 out the door. There was no tax. I purchased it from out of state. Free shipping, but I think they retail for somewhere around $1,450. So we did save $150 on it, which was super nice, but I knew that when we were building this out, putting that deck system completely eliminates the truck bed. So I would say the first con to the decked system is the fact that now you no longer have a truck bed. Your truck bed is completely taken up. Now, you have roughly, and I did the measurements, is 5 inches from the top of the decked platform system to the very top of your bed frame. So you have 5 inches really to play with, and if you do anything with your truck, if you haul stuff, if you got wood back there, like I got firewood with my Gladiator not too long ago, can't do that anymore. So if you're going to be using this truck for a truck bed and you need the truck bed, the deck system is absolutely 100% not for you because it eliminates your truck bed pretty much entirely. So that's one of the cons for the deck system. The price, super expensive. The lack of bed space. I think a lot of us buy Gladiators because we want to have that bed space, and a 5-foot bed that comes on the Gladiator is super small in all reality. And if you don't have any concept of what a 5-foot bed is, I mean, you're probably just over 5 feet. So That's how tall or how long that truck bed is. It's not a traditional truck bed where, like on my F-250, my truck bed is huge, and I can fit tons and tons of stuff back there. So it's not that it's a lot of space already, and when you add this deck system in, it pretty much takes up the entire bed. But what it does give you is those 2 drawers. Now the 2 drawers with the deck system, they come on wheels, super awesome. It really easy to install. So if you guys are thinking about taking this on yourself, I will tell you the instructions pretty much on every single page says so easy a monkey could do it. And they're not lying. It's really that easy. The instructions are super simple. It's very clear on what to do and how to do it. So that is a big positive when you do decide to go with this, if it's something that you guys want to do. But the 2 drawers, those are, I want to say they provide you more space, even though there's a center beam that goes right down the center of the truck bed, that each drawer, one's on the left, one's on the right. Now, that center beam takes up roughly 3 or 4 inches worth of space right down the center of your bed. So therefore, that 3 or 4 inches worth of space is absolutely, completely useless. Now, I don't know, because I haven't used this on a trip yet, so this is by no means a long-term review, but it is my first impressions of it. So eliminating that 4 inches in the middle of the truck bed, you have a big drawer on the right and a small drawer on the left. Now what I did was take the measurements, because I've done a video before about, I think, Rome Adventure boxes, and people wanted like interior dimensions, because I don't know if it tells you on the deck site, I didn't really look, but the small drawer is 11 inches wide, and they're both 45 inches long, and they're both 6 3/4 inches deep. Now the big drawer on the right side is 18 inches wide. So and it goes all the way to the end of the truck bed, so you have that entire space to pack stuff in. I was able to pack everything in my camping box, which if you guys haven't seen that video, I'll put that up here. Just basically goes through everything in my camping box. And what that was is a 95-liter Rome adventure case. So I was able to take everything out of that and put it into the small drawer. So that eliminates the need for that box for the purpose that it used to have. Now, the drawer on the right, what I've done is put all my tools, the stuff that, like when you're traveling and you need tools, right? If something happens and you break down, you got to have your tools, and they get in the way. You know, a tool box, anything that you have in a box, it really takes up like an odd amount of space unless you have like a perfect system. And I know everyone goes and strives for the perfect system. I love the perfect system. When you get a perfect pack, there's nothing better than stepping back and looking at your perfect pack and just being like, yeah, I'm a freaking overlander. But when you have those drawers, it gives you a lot of space. I was able to get all my tools, and the tools I put all the way up at the front, because I don't even want to say that, but I'm gonna say it. Knock on wood. I never use the tools. I haven't had to use them yet. Minor fixes or minor things, maybe you need like a socket for something, but I haven't needed my whole toolkit I bring. And I bring a lot of tools because I'm OCD and I want to make sure I have everything, even though I know I don't have everything. So I put all my tools up in the front, and of the big drawer on the right, all my tools are up front, so they're completely out of the way. Then I have our camping table in there. I have another toolbox with like a Craftsman socket set. And then I have my axes in there right now. I'm gonna put my axe up onto the Rhino rack that we installed not too long ago, and I'll link that video here. So I'm just messing with it right now. Like, I don't have any real life experience with this system, but it is extremely rugged and rigid, and it's hard plastic. The torque specs on everything that you have to do are super light. So what I'm gonna tell you is, if you don't have, I don't wanna say a plethora of tools, but you're gonna need a 10-inch socket extension. And not everyone has a 10-inch socket extension. So that's one thing that I would keep in mind, is you're gonna need a 10-inch socket extension. It's a freaking mouthful. And then I had to buy a new torque wrench because a lot of the torque specs are in inch pounds, not foot pounds. 27 inch pounds, 90 inch pounds. And if you have one of those big torque wrenches, you know, it's all in foot pounds. So I did have to purchase an additional torque wrench that would accommodate inch pounds. So everything that you tighten, you really, everything's pretty loose. You don't have to tighten things too tight, and I'm sure that that's for a reason. So when you're cranking on that torque wrench at 27 inch pounds, I mean, you're barely putting any pressure on it. So, and I'm sure all that's for a reason. So I just followed everything to spec, and that's what I would recommend you do if you're gonna take this on for yourself. But the top of it has, you know, that little ruler on it. I don't know. I mean, I guess if this is like your work vehicle, you know, having that little ruler there is cool. It has a bottle opener. And the wheels on the bottom of the drawers, they roll really well. So if the whole system itself being $1,300 for several pieces of heavy plastic, if this is going to be your everyday truck, this is something you use to do work, maybe you're hauling furniture or you're taking stuff to the dump, whatever you do with your truck, you know, this eliminates your truck bed entirely. And that, I think, is a huge con for anybody. Now, this is just your Overland rig. Like for us, I don't really drive our Gladiator. It kind of just sits in the garage until we go on a trip. But in 2 days, it's getting lifted. And I am so jacked up to show that to you guys. I'm dropping it off on Monday, and today is Saturday. And I will be picking it up probably 2 or 3 days later. And I am going to do a freaking sweet walkthrough video to show you guys what this Gladiator is going to look like when it's all done. And we have other things to do, obviously, as well. But, you know, I'm freaking jacked up about it, if you can't tell. Anyways, I'll shut the hell up. But, so if you use your truck bed, you're gonna eliminate a lot of space. You can stand on it, you can jump on the top of it, you can mount your refrigerator to the top of it, which is something that I'm considering doing. If you're going to be getting a rack for your tent, now, those racks typically come in different height variations, right? 14 or 19 inches tall, I think, is pretty much the standard of how tall that rack sits off of your bed rails. So if you're getting a 14-inch rack because you kind of want your tent to mount on top of that rack and sit in line with your roof, then you're gonna need to be careful about how tall your refrigerator or any of the stuff you stack on top of that deck system is gonna be. Because I can tell you, there's not gonna be a lot of space. If you're 14 inches tall off the roof rail or off the bed rails, your deck system's only 5 inches below your bed rails, so you're looking at 19 inches of clearance. And you know, my ARB Zero refrigerator is, I think it's like 22 inches tall. So if I had a 14-inch bed rack, I wouldn't be able to put that refrigerator in there. Now, they do make slides for the deck system that slide out and they come down. So like, you know, this thing, they freaking hinge. So you can reach it because my Gladiator is going to be lifted, plus that deck system on top. So trying to get into that refrigerator would be pretty impossible. And I mean, I'm not a tall guy. I tell my wife I'm 6 foot. I'm not 6 foot though. I'm close. She doesn't know any better unless she watches this video, and then my entire relationship is a sham. But I think the deck system is something that you guys should definitely take a look at if your truck bed is not absolutely important to your day-to-day life, or you don't use your Gladiator like a truck. I don't know how many people have several vehicles, so I think getting the deck system is really going to eliminate your options and some of the things that you have the ability to do down the line. But that's just my opinion. The durability of the plastic that you get is incredible. It's a really well-built piece of equipment. It's super easy to install. What else? The wheels roll really well. The drawers are super sturdy. So when you pull those drawers all the way out, they kind of hinge down on themselves a little bit, and they sit on the tailgate, which I think is perfect because you're not really putting any stress on the unit itself. So as far as that's concerned, I think you're going to be in good shape. I would go ahead and give the deck system my stamp of approval for now. like I said, I haven't taken this on a trip yet. I mean, my Gladiator has sat in my garage for what seems like an eternity, and I just keep doing things to it. And I have a couple more things I'm going to do this weekend. I have a really cool way that I'm going to mount my ARB twin air compressor to the deck system. So that's something that I'm really excited to share with you guys, because I think I haven't really seen anybody do it yet. The one person I did see do it, their video was not great, and I literally learned nothing from it except the fact that I could do what my idea was. So yeah, that's what we got. I hope this video was informative. I hope that it helped you in some way. And if it did help you in some way, do me a favor. Press the like button. And then leave a comment. Tell me if you think the deck system's a complete piece of trash, waste of money, or you have the deck system and you freaking love it, because so far, I love it. Granted, excuse me, I've had it in my vehicle for 45 minutes. So take that for what it's worth. But from the perspective of installing it and messing with it, playing with it, packing all my stuff in it like it's Christmas, so far so good. So thank you guys for watching. I hope it was helpful, and we will see you on the next one.